love you. I love you. I love you. I love you when I first started hearing your voice. And what you're doing, in the words of T-Pain and Gorilla, I love it.
Thank you, brother.
Check it out one time.
Truth Nation, great morning. Welcome to Truth in the Morning on the award-winning 101.7 FM. We are inside the American Family Insurance Studio in the heart of downtown at the Avenue. I am the legendary Homer Blow, along with my brother,
MC Dame Ellzey in the building.
and of course our producer, Rhea Riley. Great morning to you, Rhea.
Good morning. Good morning.
All right. Man, the weather,
It's still cold.
yeah, but we got a heat wave coming up on the weekend.
What's the heat wave?
It's going to be like about 20.
It's all relative.
Yeah.
I guess that is a heat wave.
Yeah, it's a heat wave.
That's a 50-degree change. So I guess that is a heat wave.
Right, absolutely. So, we got to get up and get excited. We're
Yeah, take the good with the bad.
yeah, like, and I mean, even with right now, we got 4 degrees, bro. 4.
That's crazy.
The wind chill is 9 below.
And it wasn't that cold.
Right. So
It's-
that's why I
it's
said the
completely
heat wave
different.
is coming.
Everything is relative.
If you make it to the weekend,
Everything is relative, brother.
you're going to be all right.
You're gonna be all right. Cause I was sick yesterday. I had to shut it down yesterday.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Okay.
I was.
Well, I know you kind of started, like,
Right.
and you was like,
Monday, I was a little, and it was. I'm good.
Yeah, when
I
you
woke
do
up this morning like, woo.
Yeah, when you do a lot of work, I mean, your immune system, you know what I'm saying? You got to make sure, like, man, I take all my vitamins. I take my vitamin C. I don't play no games.
Yeah, I had to shut it down.
You know what I'm saying? I'm blessed that I don't have to have prescriptions, but you get what I'm saying? But yeah, so my vitamins, yeah.
Shut them down. Shut them
Man,
down.
daily.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you can say what you want, but because I know that I take my vitamins, I got the little case just because I take my vitamins.
You
I
got the
take
daily case?
Yeah, I got the daily case. So if I'm out of town
There
or
you
out of
go.
the country, on a cruise or something, I've got my vitamins that I'm still taking. I ain't gonna be like, oh, I'll be good for these 3-4 days, 5
Without
days.
'em.
Yeah,
Yep.
that ain't happening. That ain't happening.
Prepared.
Yeah, man, because it's been a blessing and it's working for me. It's been working for me.
If it's
So
working, don't change it up.
that's it. That's it.
But it's still cold.
Yeah, but just not as cold. You know what I'm saying?
But it's
Just
not as cold.
Not as cold. But yeah, it's cold. And,
Relative.
and yeah, and it's not gonna. So today we're supposed to get a high of 12.
Woo!
12 degrees. We're gonna have 12 degrees.
Bahamas. Negative 16.
Yeah, absolutely. To Truth Nation, again, great morning. Love you, appreciate you. Remember, you can check us out live on YouTube and Facebook Live, and of course, X. And all you have to do is go to 101.7 The Truth. And for our YouTube page, when you're there, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. And on Facebook, you can hit the like and follow button so you can follow our page. And same thing with X. And Willie Jones, great morning. Love you, appreciate you. Venus Jones, great morning. Love you, appreciate you. Tracy Hayes, great morning. Love you, appreciate you. Said Peace, Milwaukee. Hit the like button, that part. Lori Patterson from B More, great morning. Love you, appreciate you. All of that. It's like you're going to learn today. And, of course, I know she'll be checking in. RN Kawanda, I'm just saying in advance, great morning. Love you, appreciate you. And thank you for what you do because, our nurses and all of the people in the medical field, you know what I'm saying? They serve a tremendous purpose to whatever range. I don't care if it's the person that just got to monitor the machine. You know what I'm saying? Be like, because they the ones that are going to be like, blood pressure dropping. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. We need to know that if we're on that operating table and we can't tell for ourselves.
Essential workers.
Mm-hmm. Hashtag that part. Hashtag.
Always show them love.
I was like, why is it so dark? Oh, your sign. I was
Right.
I'm
looking at the video right now. Like, what's wrong? Something missing.
Yeah, you matching the background.
Right, something missing. And I just realized I didn't put that behind me.
But yeah, but what's some things I know this morning we'll end up talking about the Fruition Cafe. Tiffany again going through that situation, but we'll be talking about that after we come back from our first break. But what's some things that's been going on with you, Dame? I've been giving updates. I'm sure that the number is different now, but there are only 250 50 tickets left for the 21st annual Daddy-Daughter Dance. It's coming up on Saturday, February 28th at the Baird Center. So, but all the dinner dance tickets, the dinner and the dance, all of those have been sold out for about 2.5 weeks or so.
Yeah, I never went to one. And all the daughters I got, all I got is daughters.
Man,
and I never went to one.
Bruh, listen, I would just say, like, if you're available, I just love for you to just come. It's from 5:30 to 8 p.m., so I don't know what your schedule looks like for February 28th, so I don't want to speak out in advance. But I'd love for you to just be my guest and up there, on my DJ platform, just so you can see it. It's emotional when you see them coming in, bruh, and just... Man, it's an experience, bro. Right. It's an experience. So yeah,
I may take you up on that.
Yeah. So if you do, man, it's an experience that lasts a lifetime. And I see so many fathers that have been there for year after year. You know what I'm saying? Year after year.
So you see the kids grow, and
yeah, man.
This may be the only time you see them, but you see each year is like
man, yeah, and then
an update on it.
Yeah, and then of course the battle, the fathers versus the daughters dance battle.
That's funny.
Yeah, man. And the daughters they never lost.
Oh, that's beautiful.
They never lost.
The only time
Even though D-Rock, who is my host for the last, I want to say 4 or 5 years now, he's my co-host on it. He swears that I'm cheating.
You cheating?
I'm not.
You're letting the little girls win every time?
No, I'm not. It is by round of applause. It's by, sound. Like, who? And
your hearing just works a little better when they cheering for them?
Well, no. I mean...
That's what D-Rock is saying?
Yeah, that's what he's saying. Yeah, I'm just saying, but when you hear the piercing sound of girls screaming...
Right.
And then some of the fathers that are also screaming... And because when it's the fathers and we ask, did the fathers get it? Mm-hmm. And you just hear some of the fellas cheering. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, who's going to cheer against their daughter?
So that's where D-Rock say that, I use indiscretions and,
right.
But, it's they winners.
Yeah, who's going to cheer against their daughter?
That's all I'm saying, bro.
I feel you.
That's all I'm saying. So but it's a great experience. And then, of course, the dance with my father is one of the staple songs. I got a few different staple songs that I play every year, and it's just a sight to see, bro.
Sounds
sight
dope.
To see.
Sounds dope. I've done something like my oldest daughter was in the cotillion, the AKA cotillion, and we had to learn these routines and stuff like that. It was crazy. It was fun though. We had to practice for about a month and on the weekend and learn all of these routines as the father and with his daughters. But just during that time, I imagine that's, it was just, she was about to go off to college and stuff like that. So it was cool. You know what I mean? Right. It was a beautiful time.
Right.
During that time.
And the dance is so, it's everybody, you know what I'm saying? And I have music to make sure that, everybody is entertained. The song that is going to take it for the daughters, I already know. And
you're not letting that loose?
No,
okay.
No, because, you got to have a secret weapon.
Secret weapon going on?
Yeah.
Nuke bomb on them?
Yeah.
There you go.
And they're going to win. I'm predicting it.
So D-Rock is right. You are a little.
Well, he said the dad's gonna win. He go around talking about the dad. We gonna win it this year. We gonna win it this year. They never win.
They're the Washington Generals. They're never gonna win it.
Yeah, there you go. Olive Globetrotters. Let's go.
They're never gonna win.
But what's some things that you have coming up, bro?
I ain't got much coming up, man. I do a lot of working, man. That's all I do is work, and I do this. I work with the kids. I don't have anything really exciting outside of that. I have nothing planned. Like I'm not going on no trips or doing nothing like that. I'm just I'm focused on these youth. I got some youth right now that's going through it, and when you're dealing with the youth, they always have ups and downs, right? It's like parenting. It's ups and downs. So you have to be the steady between all of their ups and their downs. And so I'm just trying to keep it steady and make sure that they get back on the right path and they get back to doing well.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Of course, R.N. Kawanda, I was already looking out for you. I already gave you a great morning. Love you, appreciate you. I said, I know she'll be here. Dr. Clarissa Lawrence, great morning. Love you, appreciate you. Alfonso Dupree, my D, great morning. Love you, appreciate you. All of that. And Sister Lorena Star Marie, Shining Star, great morning. Love you, appreciate you. You're listening to Truth in the Morning on 101.7 FM. When we come back, we're going to be talking about, again, these burglars, these thugs are continuing to try to burglarize a lot of businesses that are along that strip. We've got a clip for it, and then I'm going to just highlight a couple of the pictures that are also in that clip. And we're going to talk about it, and we're going to get your opinions on it, Truth Nation, at 833-212-1017. When we return, Dame will not be fading into the black.
I'll have my sign by.
We'll be black.
Get the beat of the Bucks straight from a fan favorite and Bucks legend.
Welcome to the fantastic voyage. Marcus Johnson, the captain of this vessel.
Tap into Here District with Marcus Johnson, a Bucks Plus audio production.
My first mate, Chris Johnson, the only father and son tandem.
Your weekly pulse on the Milwaukee Bucks and conversations with the biggest names in basketball. This week on the pod, Marcus and Chris talk to Bucks legend Terry Cummings. Find Here District now on bucks.com/plus, the Bucks app, or wherever you get your podcast.
Life's better with Drive My Way from American Family Insurance, because we know it's more than just a car. It's your escape pod, your adventure mobile, your memory maker. And we help protect the dreams that drive you. Personalize what you pay for auto insurance and you could save between 10 and 35%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on the way you purchase insurance and by state. Unsafe driving behaviors may increase your rate. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Real talent is defined by what people can do, not where they learn to do it. So by stopping at the education section of a resume, you might throw away the perfect hire. You might miss someone who has valuable skills to offer to help your business thrive right now and in the future. Because the truth is this: Skills First Hiring helps you see talent others miss, like more than 70 million stars, skilled through alternative routes. When you let their story unfold, you gain a competitive advantage, because hiring managers who start with skills are 60% more likely to find a successful hire. See the real person, complete. See what others miss. Hire skills first. Learn why it's a competitive advantage at tearthepaperceiling.org. Brought to you by Opportunity at Work and the Ad Council.
Wisconsin is as hard-working of a place as you'll ever find. People here are tough, but even the toughest among us need help after a serious accident. At Gruber Law Offices, we won't stop fighting for you and your family. One call, that's all.
Prizes, exclusive experiences, even cash money. You want it? We've got it. Find a list of all contests and official rules by visiting truthcontests.com. That's truthcontests.com.
This is Truth in the Morning on 101.7 The Truth.
Truth Nation, welcome back. I'm the legendary Home Blow, along with my brother,
Dame Ellzey, MC Dame Ellzey in the building. I got my background back now, y'all.
Yeah.
So,
and right now we're going to be talking about something that has really become habitual. You know what I'm saying? It's like the third time, like in this area where these businesses are being broken into. And of course, where there is cash on location, they're grabbing the cash and doing other damage to the businesses. But we do have a clip. And Tiffany, we praying for you. We're happy that they weren't able to get in this time on her business, but they've still been going into some of the other businesses. So Milwaukee Coffee Shop targeted again as burglars return overnight. We've got a Fox 6 News clip that we're about to play, and you can listen to the audio or watch it on YouTube, Facebook, or X.
Be happening.
When Tiffany Miller got into work Tuesday morning, she almost couldn't believe what she was seeing.
I thought it was a smudge on the door, and it's a chip.
Surveillance quickly cleared things up. It shows two men walking up to the door at Fruition MKE. They try breaking in, but can't.
I'm frustrated. I'm really annoyed. I'm upset.
Miller says they're the same men who broke in last week. She shared surveillance then of the guys busting through the door and taking money.
I think they're after cash, and I don't have any.
Since then, the shop has gone cashless. She put up a sign on her recently replaced door to make it clear.
My hope is that they're caught fast and soon, so they can stop damaging businesses.
Hers isn't the only one recently hit. A broken window and door stand at the entrance of Ruthie Mae's Goodway Grill. The owner tells Fox 6 he believes the same people broke into his restaurant on January 10th and 12th, stealing the cash register, even a box of lemonade. The suspect came back on the 17th, but wasn't able to get inside. The business owners around here want the thieves to be caught so they can get back to focusing on what's important.
My hope is that they won't ever come back.
Yeah, that is so disheartening, you know. And Rhea, if you could show the picture of the suspects. I ended up taking a screenshot of the suspects who are believed to be the ones that are doing all of this and breaking into these businesses. And I know that Fruition, of course, Tiffany, and then, of course, Ruthie Mae's, I know that they are Black-owned and operated.
Yeah.
They are Black-owned and operated. And it's crazy because if you saw from the video clip that they're white people, white thugs. White thugs.
Absolutely.
And and to be coming to the location 2 or 3 times.
Yeah, that's just, and you know, I know Tiffany.
Yeah, me too. DJ Bazone's sister. Yeah,
right. And yeah, that's unfortunate. She's such a good person in general. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Whenever I see her,
Absolutely.
Hey, damn, you know, she's a great person.
Yeah.
They had a spot on North Avenue.
Yeah, she was excited when she was opening her business.
And so this is her second, you know, business like this, and it's just like, it's just crazy that they would, you know, do this. And it's just, you know, some white boys. Where are they coming from? Because it's on 27th and Highland.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And it's just
very targeted attacks.
It seems odd to me, you know, and then they keep coming back. Are they? I don't get it. It's and she's been there, I think it's a couple of years now, right? And it's just now this is happening. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
All of a sudden there's these rash of break-ins on this strip right there. And it's just maybe somebody just like, oh, it's, you know, it's right here. But it's on the main street. It's on 27th Street. So it's just, it's not even ducked off. So somebody's going to see you.
Right.
You know, and they have no fear of not being seen. Look at them. Just, you know, just chilling.
Yeah.
Face all the way wrapped.
You get what I'm saying? So, and you can clearly see that they're white.
Yeah.
You know? So I hope with police saying that they're going to do more patrolling in that area, it's definitely needed. But they need to be caught.
Absolutely.
The same way that if you looked and they didn't look like these white thugs, you know, you hurry up. Yeah. I think I saw them here. I saw them there.
Yeah.
You know, they need to be off the street and they need to be prosecuted to the fullest extent and they need to be behind bars.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know,
there's no ifs, ands, or buts about that. Especially, you know, about a up and coming area like this area. I know
that's right.
People have put a lot of money and resources into that area. I think that building is like a Wiegand building over there, and he used to have a bunch of buildings up and down Wisconsin and stuff. And his staff, they work diligently. They're a good staff. They got They've rented to some great people. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And they're investing in the area. It could be a situation where they're gentrifying the area, but that's not the case because they're giving the commercial space to black-owned businesses and giving them a shot. And here comes these white boys,
right,
to break in. The neighborhood has not been trying to break in. The neighborhood has been respecting it,
right?
And here comes somebody else. And they're like, oh, and then I heard Sherman, and he was like, okay, the area, but I don't think it's the area. I think it's something else.
Because they haven't had these issues before.
No,
you know what I mean. They haven't had these issues before.
Because Daddy's is right up the street, and I've never heard of Daddy's being broken into.
Right,
and they be popping. You know what I'm saying? So I don't, I don't get it. You know, and that area, I used to be the building inspector over there, and it used to be that space used to be like an old school porn store. You know what I'm saying? It was something like that. And it was a hair salon, and it was the normal stuff. But now it's the Fruition. You've got Ruthie Mays. You got all of this other stuff over there. And the neighborhood has been respecting it. So here come these pale thugs, and now she's got to go cashless, which may be a hindrance to some of the cats in the neighborhood who don't like using cards or things like that. I don't know who in today's time doesn't like using that, but some people don't. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But now she has to go cashless to try to prevent and not make these thugs. I like saying thugs because they white boys.
Yeah,
not
that's why I said
thugs
it. Started it out that way. Yes, sir.
Want to break in. So hopefully she doesn't have to deal with this anymore.
Yeah.
And Ruthie Mays and them don't have to deal with it anymore. And it can be, taken care of.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And somebody knows. So, if you see, this is where, in my opinion, facial recognition would help because you see his eyes and everything. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I want to salute the community who has been going to support since the other break-in that she had, and her business has been flourishing with people coming in, and that's a testament of we're not gonna let nobody stop us. We not running. We got you.
And the way that she treats everybody that comes through.
That's it.
And so
because she's a great person. You know what I mean?
She doesn't deserve to have to worry about her business when she's not there.
Right.
And I hope it's not some wider conspiracy of, going up and down this new resurgent street and they breaking it in and they're doing all of these things to make it look worse than it is or whatever the case may be, because this is out of nowhere. Because she's been, like I said, Daddy's been there on that other corner for what? 5 years, 5, 6 years.
Oh, yeah,
That's been a minute, right?
Yep.
And so she's been there for a little while and haven't had a lot of issues. Other businesses there. Come on, man. And then now all of a sudden it's blah, 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 blah.
Right.
And then you come back.
Yep.
You like
the brazenness of it. You know what I'm saying? That's brazen and that's crazy. And Truth Nation, we'd like to hear from you. 833-212-1017. What's your thoughts on this? Because they definitely are targeted attacks. I'm not going to say appear to be targeted because they're targeted.
You come back. That's targeted.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
You do it. You're successful at getting away with it. It would seem to me you would not want to come back.
Right.
But if you're dumb enough to do it, you're dumb enough to do it again. And so I would hope it's not a wider conspiracy of something else that's going on in that neighborhood and someone trying to deter people from,
supporting and
doing businesses. That's why if you drink coffee and you like that coffee type of stuff, the food.
And she got some healthy food.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And support that.
Absolutely.
And make sure you do and show these white thugs.
Yeah.
That
hashtag that part, hashtag facts.
That you won't be deterred.
You can't win.
Our businesses won't be closed down because they come and try to do this thuggery.
Right. That part. Dave loves that. I know.
I love saying it.
I know. Dave is like he's getting a rush.
I love saying it. Even though I get mad at white folks when they do it to black people. He's a thug.
Right.
I'm being petty this morning.
So, yeah. So please support, continue to support Fruition Cafe, and hopefully law enforcement is able to get these thugs out of the way, and they can be punished and hopefully go to prison. That part.
Because my man is just walking with his hands behind his back.
Yeah.
That
Right.
look like a cartoon.
Yep.
Smash.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
And then you smash, and then they obviously aren't around because they would have seen that they replaced those doors with thick glass. So there's nobody in the neighborhood. They coming back, and they don't know.
Mm-hmm.
They don't even know that they replaced the glass with some thick glass. Like, they just going to replace the glass with this. That's the conversation that would have been had, and they would have known. See, they're not from the neighborhood.
Yep. Before we get ready to take care of these bills, I want to end up, I spent most of my morning and afternoon at Michelle Pitts Luckett, her husband, Nate Luckett, Eddie Nathaniel Luckett, Sr., ended up passing away, at home. It was a sudden situation. It wasn't something that was expected. And so on January 26th, late that night, he ended up passing away. So I ended up getting the information from his son, named after him, Eddie Luckett Jr. So condolences to all of the Pitts, the Lucketts. And I just had a chance to be there as a friend is supposed to be. Me and Michelle Pitts Luckett are friends. We've been friends for decades. And I was there for her, and she really appreciated it. And yeah, so she's going through it as you would expect. She's lost her husband. So condolences. We love you, Michelle. We love you. We got to get ready to take care of some bills, and we'll be black. R.I.P.
Hey, y'all, it's 1017 The Truth's Rhea Riley for Sweet Talks Medical Spa in Menominee Falls. Skip the sterile clinical office feel. Sweet Talk stays on the cutting edge of beauty and wellness innovations in a vibrant, playful space promoting self-love and confidence. Sweet Talk specializes in a range of treatments, including injectables, medical-grade skincare, weight loss, hormone therapies, and more. Not sure where to start? Sweet Talks offers comprehensive wellness consultations to create a customized plan centered around you. Because at Sweet Talks, your goals are their goals. Learn more at sweettalks.com.
Hi, I'm Priscilla Presley. My love for animals began when I was 5 years old. That sparked a lifelong commitment to speak up for animals who can't speak for themselves. Elvis and I supported American Humane Society because your compassion can change a life. American Humane Society strengthens the bond between humans and animals. Please visit AmericanHumane.org to learn more. Thank you.
He's the voice for the people and the community's connection to change.
I caught an Uber in the evening, and my show comes on. The playback is at 6. My show comes on at 6 to 9. The driver was Somalian, and I was just, in the back seat. And so he was listening to my show. And we was talking about what was going on in Minnesota.
What was his take?
No, he liked my show. He liked it. He liked my show. He didn't know it was me, though. He didn't know that the person that was on the radio was in his back seat. So what was funny was I was listening to me and listening to how he was listening to the show. And so I asked him, I said, you like that show? And he was like, oh, yeah, I love that show.
The Tory Lowe Show, weekdays from 1 to 4 p.m., live on YouTube and right here on 1017 The Truth.
Day 1, diagnosis day, the hardest day, the day you hear,
I'm sorry, this is a type of blood cancer.
But day 1 is just one day. At the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, we are here to help you move past day 1.
On day 45, I discovered an online community who shared great tips for in-treatment care.
I missed a lot of school during treatment, and LLS helped me keep up.
We are here for you. We exist for everyone fighting leukemia, lymphoma, myeloma, and other types of blood cancer.
On day 185, LLS helped me file my insurance claims properly.
Day 5,840 and counting, and I'm still in remission.
To learn more and get help on day 1, day 2, day 983, or any day, please visit LLS.org or call 1-800-955-4572. That's LLS.org, 1-800-955-4572.
We've got some delays on eastbound 94 coming out of the Zoo interchange, basically from 92nd Street all the way to Holly Road. The westbound side tightening up just west of 27th Street past Mitchell Boulevard. Starting to see some bunching as well on 43 heading northbound towards just past Capitol Drive. Also northbound 4394 past Oklahoma Avenue, and again slowing down on the Rock Freeway northbound between Highway 100 and the Hale interchange. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast. Today, mostly sunny, a high of 13. Tonight, partly cloudy, a low of 1 below. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 101.7 The Truth.
This is Truth in the Morning on 101.7 The Truth.
Great morning, Truth Nation. We're inside the American Family Insurance Studio in the heart of downtown at the Avenue. I'm the legendary home of Blow, along with my brother, MC Dame Ellzey. And we're going to go to the True Talk text lines right now at 833-212-1017. We got Al MKE comment on the breaking in. What's your truth, Al?
Well, my truth is that privileged redneck that probably got a dope problem, came from a white family, probably live on St. Paul, Michigan. It could be one of them Clybourne son of a biscuit eaters over there that's coming over there, because that's a dope head move over there. So they probably live in the neighborhood. But, you know, they're not a thug. They're worse than a thug, okay? But I want to see how many of these black people going to call in crying, talking about, he shouldn't be doing it. Don't pray to God. Because you know how when it comes to, you know, the white people stealing, you know, they always need some type of mental health, some type of scripture or whatsoever. But, you know, when they do their wrongs, our black people never say anything about it. So they got a free open line. So wear it out, y'all. Do it in the name of Jesus Christ. Okay, y'all? But yes, that's one of them privileged dope heads over there. He probably came from one of them families in River Hills or New Berlin, because you know all over there, you know, them college kids, the girls is on IUDs and the college boys is on dope. It's one of the two. But I'll let you answer that offline. Y'all have a good day.
All right. Thank you, Al.
Wow.
833-212-1017. Yeah, we're talking about Fruition Cafe and the fact that.
So the first time it happened on MLK Day.
Yeah.
So some white boys decided on MLK Day.
Yes, sir.
They were going to break into a bunch of black-owned businesses.
Yes, sir.
On a black street. You know, I'm just saying that because it's in our neighborhood. And that was the genius plan they had.
Yep.
And, like, that is the dumbest thing I've ever heard of. One of the dumbest. We'll talk later about some of the dumbest things, but that is one of today's theme is going to be dumb criminals.
Right.
And you think that's not going to get the attention of everyone?
That part.
You break into a black-owned business, a number of them, on MLK Day.
That's right.
And then you come back. That's crazy.
Man, listen, man.
That is relentlessly stupid.
Yeah. Talk about brazen. You know what I mean?
That is amazingly, ridiculously stupid on their part. But, you know, like Al said, you know, them drugs get you. And that's probably what it is. Them drugs get you, and you don't think straight.
That part.
You got a good hit off of the first one. You got a couple hundred, maybe $50, $60. I don't know how much it was. And, you know, only crackhead's gonna take a case of lemonades too. That's what they said in the one.
Right. Took the box of lemonade from the Ruthie Mays.
So took a box of
Goodway
lemonades.
Grill. Yeah.
No, we can sell these too. Come on, man. That's some crackhead stuff. That's some meth heads drugs. That's whatever drug they own. It's got them. And somebody recognizes that coat because that brown coat ain't unique.
That part.
And that's what I'm saying. It can't be from the neighborhood because that brown coat is not unique. People gonna know. That's be over on 28th in the group home over there. I know that coat. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
That part.
It's definitely unfortunate.
Yeah. Some other things, man. Like, I know it's the never-ending story. It's the never-ending story because it is still relevant. You learned some interesting information about Alex Preddy as it relates to before the incident with ICE, where he ended up losing his life.
Yeah, a week before that, they had jumped him and broke a rib. He was somewhere driving, and ICE was doing what ICE does, and he jumped out to assist whoever ICE was doing it. He started blowing his horn and blowing his whistle as they've begun to do in Minnesota, which is such a great idea. And he started doing that, and they tackled him, and apparently broke his rib. So ICE agents have already had run-ins with him.
A target.
So at this point, it's like there's no way of them getting around what took place in Minnesota.
A targeted attack. That's how I look at it.
And Trump is trying to distance himself from it. He was saying yesterday that it was unfortunate, and the rhetoric has died down. Somebody asked him, did he think that Peretti was a domestic terrorist? He said, I haven't heard that. Well, that's all they said.
That's all your people said.
That's all your people said. And so I just want the public to not let Trump off the hook.
That's right.
These are his people that he put in place. He's this great guy. These are the people that he put in place. He put Kristi Noem in place. He put Bovino in place. He put Kristi Noem's aide in place. He put Stephen Miller in place to make these decisions and to be so aggressive and to tell these ICE agents that they can act with impunity and not have to worry about anything. He did this. His administration did this.
That's right.
But they want to blame Waltz. They want to say, and then I know y'all talked about it yesterday, but then the Attorney General sends a letter. Talk about, well, if you give us your voting rolls, if you give us your food share rolls, if you give us all of the criminals that you got locked up, the rolls, and let us no, you don't need to get so you're saying basically. You're saying you're coming here harassing us to get our data.
That's right.
On our people in our blue city to get our data. Oh, and if you in sanctuary cities, and you're coming here to get our blue data so that you can use it against our people.
Right.
That is authoritarian government tactics right there.
Bruh.
And it's no more clear than that. We're going to terrorize your city until you give us all the information on your people so that we can then terrorize them directly.
Correct.
Come on, man.
Correct.
And if people don't realize that and recognize that Alex Peretti was targeted the same way that you are going to be targeted if your city officials don't stand up. So what are we going to do? Again, we asked this Monday. Because now they're going to leave Minnesota. It's too hot in Minnesota right now.
Right, absolutely.
They done killed 2 people, 9 people during the course of January across the country. They got to move around because now the federal judges are saying they're blocking them from doing stuff. It's too hot. They done sent my man home, Bovino.
Yeah, I was going to say,
they said
demoting.
No, they demoted him. They sent him back, and they say he's going to retire. Noem's is next on the list. So he's trying to, that's what you do when you up there. You try to cut people off. I'm going to cut them off here. And then maybe it'll stop with them. We acted. They were the responsible parties. And so they got fired, right?
But, to get rid of and demote and move them around in different positions, right? They're still not saying directly an admission of guilt.
No, that's what they're going
to. And so this is what I need Truth Nation and everybody else to understand. It's not an admission of guilt.
Nope.
It's like, hey, look, this ain't dying down, Orange Man. This ain't dying down.
Right.
They not letting this go. Even some of our base voters are saying, oh, hell no, we know we saw a murder. So you better try to distance yourself from this by saying, well, this is why I demoted this person or that. No, come out and let people know that it was absolutely murder.
Yeah, when the NRA comes out
right
and states that, you know, there needs to be an investigation, that this person had the right to carry, you know, and we, like I said on Monday, that NRA was big because that's a lot of money for Trump. And when you're dealing with these folks, it always boils down to the bottom line. That's a lot of money telling you, y'all better do something about this because y'all done shot this white man who had this gun legally, and you're saying he can't come out in public with this gun? No, he can't. And y'all were wrong. And so once that happens, all the talking points changed after the NRA said something. So that just lets you know off top who they are beholden to.
Absolutely, absolutely. And then also to add into it when we come back, that the Orange Man has endorsed Tom Tiffany for governor of the state of Wisconsin. You're listening to Truth in the Morning on the award-winning 101.7 FM The Truth. We got to take care of some bills, and we'll be black.
On Saturday afternoon, the Milwaukee Panthers continue their road trip as they travel to Ohio to take on the Youngstown State Penguins.
Shows it, drives, drop it off for Big Frank inside, and Aaron scores. 12 points and 10 rebounds for Aaron Franklin. Corner, Aguilar for the tie, book it!
Scott Warris has the coverage Saturday starting at 12:30 p.m. on 101.7 The Truth and the Milwaukee Panthers Sports Network from Learfield. Tip-off happens at 1 o'clock. This is your Milwaukee Public Schools City Conference Basketball Weekly Update on the new 101.7 The Truth.
Two big wins to highlight as we start on the boys' side in the Blue Division. The Golden Meyer Owls went on the road and took down the Milwaukee Reagan Huskies 68-56 behind an unreal performance from their 1-2 punch. Junior forward Chris Reddick was everywhere, posting an absurd double-double with 25 points and 18 rebounds. But somehow that wasn't even the wildest stat line of the night, as senior Caleb Colbert went full video game mode, recording a quadruple-double with 22 points, 10 rebounds, 10 assists, and 10 steals. And now to the girls on the gold side of the division, as the Milwaukee Hamilton Wildcats dominated on the road Tuesday night at Carmen Northwest, cruising to a 62-35 win. Junior Josiah Collins led the charge, finishing with a strong double-double of 25 points and 10 rebounds.
This has been your Milwaukee Public Schools City Conference Basketball Weekly Update. MPS proud and MPS strong.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know you love working weekends. If it means working on your dream home, both inside and out. And we're here to help protect those dreams so you can enjoy peace of mind. Save up to 40% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on where you purchase insurance and by state. Some exclusions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Here's to a Wisconsin winter you will always remember. To playing outdoors in a winter wonderland. Here's to cozying up around the fire and holding someone close. And to staying downtown, where the food scene makes your heart sing. And to celebrating moments frozen in time. Here's to those who Wisconsin. Plan your winter getaway at travelwisconsin.com. Sponsored by Travel Wisconsin.
Good Karma Brands is proud to be an equal opportunity employer, providing equal employment, development, and advancement opportunities to all teammates and applicants. To learn more about careers with us, please send an email to talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com. That's talentacquisition@goodkarmabrands.com.
You are listening to Truth in the Morning on 101.7 The Truth app, and streaming live on 101.7 The Truth on YouTube.
Truth Nation, Mark your calendars for Friday, February 20th for the second annual Truth Community Awards hosted by Homer Blow and your girl Bailey Coleman, celebrating individuals making a real difference in our community. Tickets are on sale now. Visit 1017thetruthAwards.com to learn more. The Truth Community Awards are sponsored by Milwaukee College Prep, the Milwaukee Bucks Foundation, Gruber Law Offices, Steinhoffels, Cousins Subs, and the 3rd Street Market Hall. Come celebrate with us on Friday, February 20th at the Truth Community Awards, hosted by Homer Blow and your girl Bailey Coleman, from 5:30 p.m. to 8 p.m. at Venue 3 in the 3rd Street Market Hall. Do not miss out on the best community awards event of the year.
Get them tickets, y'all. Get those tickets. Get those tickets.
In the building.
That part. You don't want to miss it as we honor some very deserving people who are doing great work in our community that are not always acknowledged in that way. Of course, we know the people are happy for what they do and how they go above and beyond, but sometimes those people don't get acknowledged. But they're not doing it for acknowledgement, which is the best part about it.
Right, they do it because it needs to be done.
That part.
And that's and you do it for that, then only acknowledgement will come when it needs to come.
That part. So yeah, we were talking about the Orange Man and demotion of Bovino, Greg Bovino.
Yeah.
And now he's going back to L.A.
He's going back to L.A. And he's probably gonna retire because they're gonna try to cut it off with him, and then he's gonna retire, and then they're gonna blame him for whatever happened because they're already setting up the stages. Like Stephen Miller was saying, they have this policy set in place for how they interact, and apparently this policy wasn't followed. They're already setting it up. Before it was he was a domestic terrorist and all of this,
right?
And nobody was biting on none of that stuff. We see it, right? We saw everything that took place. Now the NRA even comes out. You get your Republican support that comes out. Most importantly, the NRA, because that's that money. Because you get money from the NRA and you get money from all of those members. Now they're saying, hold up now. You shot a white man with his gun who legally had his gun.
That's right.
Are you saying it's open season on white men legally holding their guns?
Man.
Because this is America, and through my cold, dead hands, will you get this gun? Who was that? My man, I can't remember his name. Spartacus dude. But anyway.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, that's where we are. And so now, in the course of a couple of days, since Monday, since we were up here, Trump's saying he's going to de-escalate what's going on in Minnesota. Now you want to de-escalate. Before it was stomp on their necks until they can't breathe. Now you want to de-escalate.
Right.
Now you want to say your policy was in place that nobody was following. Well, what has changed, Mr. Trump?
That's right.
What has changed in 72 hours, Mr. Trump? NRA came out. The video is showing. The world is seeing that this man's gun was taken from him, and the images are in direct conflict to what you're saying.
And your people saying.
What your people are saying. So now, your people look like liars. You look like liars. So you're going to fire all of them, put some new people in, but they're still going to be telling the same lies.
Absolutely.
Because it's still be coming from the same head of the snake, which is Donald Trump.
Absolutely. I totally agree. And now I think that the Orange Man endorsing Republican candidate Tom Tiffany for governor of the state of Wisconsin.
I know Tom is ecstatic that he did it right now, too. He's probably doing cartwheels. Probably not.
Right, absolutely. That's what I'm like, nah.
He's like, don't say my name now.
Right, absolutely. And I just want to say that, for me, if someone that the Orange Man endorses ends up winning, then now he has a governor that owes him. Yep. He has a governor that whatever he wants to do, that our current governor, Governor Tony Evers, is opposing in so many different ways. You gonna say yeah? You gonna say yeah because the only reason you're in there is because I endorse you.
And if you're
you're not my slave.
If you're a voter, and all that's happening in Minnesota, all that just took place, and then Trump comes over and endorses Tom Tiffany right now, trying to shift the conversation.
Right.
Let me do some stuff to shift the conversation. If you're a voter, why would why? That's a line in the sand right there, right?
Yep.
Is Trump? He's become that much of a polarizing figure that if Trump says he's endorsing you, then that means I can't mess with you.
That part, bro.
Even if I'm a Republican, that means I may have Republican values. I may have all those Republican ideals in my soul.
Mm-hmm.
But considering what just took place in Minnesota and what's been taking place all of this month by these ICE agents that he has deputized, 9 people killed. Come on. How do you justify, Trump's picking you?
Right.
Oh, I'm off you then, Mr.
That's
Tiffany.
right.
I'm going to just stay at home. I may not even vote.
Right.
I'm off of you. I can't.
Right.
How do you even justify that? That's why I'm saying if I'm him, I understand there's a large portion of our society that are loyal Trump supporters, but that's not going to be enough to make you win Wisconsin.
That part.
Nah, maybe if it was Nebraska, maybe if it was Montana, maybe if it was, I'm just saying these states, then maybe. But in Wisconsin, a battleground state, is touch and go, where a lot of independent people have gone over to the red side or gone over to the blue side and made the difference in who wins the state. I would steer clear, dude.
Yeah, absolutely. I'd be like, you know what? Thanks, but no thanks.
Because your Republican people are going to vote for you because you're Republican, right? But then you want to get those other, those Reagan Democrats that they would say. You want to get those people, right? That think the Democrats are too liberal and this, that, and the other. Well, murdering somebody in the streets as opposed to somebody that's too liberal, you're going to lose that one to the too liberal, and they're going to go that way.
Yep.
Because they see the direction of our country, and they understand if they give the capital to this person, that Trump is going to be there, and his like you just said, his ideologies and his policies are going to just streamline and run through the state.
Yep. And another thing that we definitely want to end up talking about into the next hour is the Berrada saga, the ongoing saga that has been really going on for some years, if not much longer than that he still has not responded.
And
for all of the broken down properties.
He doesn't even owe you a response.
You know what I mean?
And that plays into what we've been talking about for today and for most of these days, is that what we have is a disconnect between the have and the have-nots. Berrada is very rich. He's very wealthy. He doesn't even feel like he owes you an explanation.
That part.
And it's similar to Trump. Trump doesn't even feel like he owes you an explanation. Yeah, they murdered this man dead in the street, but, okay, we'll de-escalate. But I don't really owe you nothing.
Right.
You're not going to get an apology. You're not going to get an admission of wrong. You're not going to get that. And then you get another rich dude, Berrada, coming through, doing the same thing to us locally.
Absolutely.
I'm not going to give you any type of explanation. You don't deserve nothing from me. I don't owe you nothing, but you owe them people.
That's right.
Something. And you are the biggest landlord in this, next to the city of Milwaukee. You're the biggest landlord in this city.
Yep.
Come on, man.
All of the properties that he owns.
Yeah.
I mean, it's ridiculous. And again, we, like I said, we'll get into it more next hour, but it's just so much. In Truth Nation, we definitely want to hear from you in the 8 o'clock hour as we will dive into this situation. And for some of you who may not be familiar with it, we'll kind of give you an update of what's been going on and the city of Milwaukee taking their own actions and also having a big meeting along with Milwaukee County, on what can be done and what needs to be done.
Have to give us updates.
Yeah.
Give the community updates. That should Berrada have to give the city, the county, somebody updates as to what's going on with these properties.
Yeah, what is he going to do about it? You feel what I'm saying? He can't say, I ain't got the money to do all that. You got a whole 757 or whatever size private plane that he got. You're listening to Truth in the Morning on the award-winning 101.7 FM The Truth. Our Truth Talk text lines are open, 833-212-1017. We'll be talking about Berrada and the lack of responsibility that he continues to dodge and not say anything about. So the lines will be open. We want to hear from you. We'll end up coming back and putting a poll up as well. Truth in the Morning on 101.7 FM. We'll be black.
He's the voice for the people and the community's connection to change.
Regroup, rethink, and reshape, and get on the front lines. It's only to your benefit. I always tell people, you helping the overall ideal of a better community, it actually helps you out. It helps you out. It helps your family out. It's time. Do not bring that reactionary attitude into the new year. This is the best time to start fresh. This is the plot. They plot this out, and it's been going on for years. This is normal. This is the way it is. This is where we are right now. It's all buddy-buddy. And if you're not a part of the friend situation, you're not getting in. They don't want nobody getting in and seeing where the messy. That's why I'll never get in. Because they know I'm not going to play around about my community. They know I'm not going to sit in no meetings and see y'all shucking and jiving and sniggling and giggling and not say nothing about it. I'm going to tell you to shut up.
The Tory Lowe Show, weekdays from 1 to 4 p.m. Live on YouTube and right here on 101.7 The Truth.
People don't realize that glaucoma is one of the leading causes of blindness.
Because there are often no early symptoms, nearly half of those with glaucoma may not even know they have it until vision loss has occurred.
I was diagnosed with normal tension glaucoma in July of 2020. And what we found out at that point was I had already lost 40% of my sight. And you think it only affects people that are, 75 or older, retired, grandparents, and that's not the reality of it.
I didn't think at all glaucoma was going to affect me because I didn't know of anyone that had glaucoma, no one in my family. When you have glaucoma, you can't get back that sight that you lost. And so early detection and treatment is vitally, vitally important.
Don't miss life's most beautiful moments. Schedule an eye exam today.
National Glaucoma Research, a Bright Focus Foundation program, offers free resources and tips for healthy vision.
Learn how to protect your sight at stopglaucoma.org.
We asked parents who adopted teens to share their journey.
Nathan has taught me to embrace the moment. Age-wise, I'm in my late 60s. I'm old enough to be his grandfather. Will he be embarrassed to acknowledge me as his dad? I think the most important thing we can do is let them know that they're safe, that they're valued and cared for and loved, and that they're important.
I knew I wanted to be adopted by him because of how he taught me to be the person who I am today. And it's coming from a dad that didn't expect to become a dad. And I feel very proud to be his son.
I was what he needed, and he was what I needed. Every day is full of new opportunities. That's what it's been about, realizing the simple things that it takes to make such a huge difference in these kids' lives.
Learn about adopting a teen from foster care at adoptuskids.org. Brought to you by Adopt US Kids, the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services, and the Ad Council.
You are listening to the home of Milwaukee's realest conversations. 101.7 FM, 1510 AM WGKB Waukesha, and W269DL Milwaukee, a locally owned Good Karma brand station.
Check it out one time.
Great morning, Truth Nation. Welcome, Black, to Truth in the Morning on the award-winning 101.7 FM, The Truth. We're inside the American Family Insurance Studio in the heart of downtown at the Avenue. I am the legendary Home Blow, along with my brother,
MC Dame Ellzey, in the building.
Yeah, and we are shifting our conversation to talk about Berrada. And a lot of you have been hearing about some of the fires that have been happening that have been in Berrada properties. You've been hearing about the pipes and no heat and no water in some of these different Berrada properties. We've been hearing complaints for some years from people who are living in these Berrada properties, and he has not come forward to respond to any of these. He was even sued by the state.
Yeah.
But he has not come forward to address any of these concerns, give any updates to when these things will be corrected. So even if there are some people that, may have been late on their rent or whatever the case may be, it does not excuse that property not being fit to live in.
No.
For other tenants. You don't get to just call yourself throwing a temper tantrum and be like, no, well, forget them all. No.
You have to think some of these people have, a lot of them, all of them conceivably have security deposits.
Yeah.
Things like that. So when this happens and they have to be evacuated out of those buildings, how have they been giving back their security deposits to go find someplace else?
That part.
To live? Have they been given, if they just paid rent, maybe they had just paid rent on the 15th or something like that. Have they been given that rent back? Are they getting money prorated because they haven't stayed the entire month? There's so many different things that come into play here. And what we have to realize is, I saw on a YouTube line, my man said City of Milwaukee, Fonzo Dupree said City of Milwaukee used him to fix properties. Now they want them back. The City of Milwaukee is dirty. The City of Milwaukee don't want these properties. Let me tell y'all this right now. The City of Milwaukee does not want your property. They don't want nobody's property because right now they can't do nothing with them. If they sell them, they can only get the taxes back and they got to give the person the money. So it's this whole area of what they're doing. So if they're foreclosing on you right now, the property's going to be in limbo because they don't know what to do because of the 2% and all of the rules that came from the state. They still figuring that out. How do they operate to change the game? So they don't want your property. They don't want his properties. But what they do want is they want him to answer to this stuff. You can't just say, and I go back to Monday, you just can't say we waiting on a part.
Right.
When I was a building inspector, you waiting on a part. What you mean you waiting on a part? You better go get you a part.
That's right.
You got a couple days, player, to get this part, to get this heat working, or else I'm going to start charging you every day for every day that these people don't have heat. You know what I'm saying? And you're going to start paying for these people to move around. That's what we're going to do.
Right. We've got several calls that are coming in on the Truth Talk text lines, but we do have our poll up on our YouTube page. Should Berrada have to give updates on their broken down property? Yes or no? Make sure you participate in that poll. Right now, we're going to the Truth Talk text lines at 833-212-1017. Millicent, great morning. Love you. Appreciate you. You have a comment on this Berrada situation. What's your truth?
Yes, I do. Good morning.
Great morning.
First off, with Berrada, some of his properties are messed up, and we can all agree on that. But the issue is, why do people continue to rent from him? If this is such a big issue, you can make the videos and you can do all that. Why are you still renting from Berrada?
Okay, go ahead.
Berrada is in a situation where he really doesn't, the truth of the matter is he doesn't owe any explanation, only to his tenant that is being inconvenienced. But to the rest of us, he doesn't owe us anything. Just like if my heat goes out in my house, I don't owe anybody any explanation except for the people who live in that house. And I just think that you wanting anybody thinking that Berrada isn't in this for the money, that's crazy. He came to this country as a poor boy. He took the wheel and he drove himself to wealth. You might not like the way he did it, but he did it. And now you have a choice. You can continue to support him by renting his properties, or you can say, no, I'm not going to rent his property. Even if that means I have to sleep in my van, I'm not going to rent from him. But we're not going to go that high of a level. You're going to continue to rent from him, so you're going to continue to have problems.
All right. Thank you for your comments. I want to talk about a few of the things that you said, and I know Dame would like to also address. And to our other Truth Nation, we got you. We'll be coming to you. One, to say that he doesn't owe anybody except the tenants an explanation. One, currently, right now, because he hasn't responded, all of us who pay taxes in the city of Milwaukee are helping to cover the hotel costs, because as of right now, the city of Milwaukee hasn't been able to recoup the money and say, Berrada, you owe us for this, this, this. So as a taxpayer here in the city of Milwaukee, you damn right I need to hear from you. I need to hear from you, because we're having to step in. And the city is doing the absolute right thing by saying we need to close this down. We got to get these people up out of here. And until we can end up finding out what's going on, we're going to put them in hotels. Well, guess what? That money is coming from the taxpaying money from the citizens of Milwaukee. So, yeah, Berrada, bring your ass to the front of the congregation, and we all need to hear from you. Another thing that you had said that why are people steadily renting from them? Some people don't understand that 80% of the rental properties are owned by Berrada.
Ooh, is it that?
Yeah, he owns a lot of properties.
Damn.
You get what I'm saying? So you talking about where else? And some of these people, yes, because he will rent to some people that have evictions, which we know that people with evictions, they're usually going to have to pay some exorbitant fees in order for somebody to say, okay, I'll trust you. So they end up getting in this situation where, okay, I got to go to Berrada. He's going to be understanding, but he's also one of the quickest ones to evict you. So some of those people may fall behind on being able to pay their full rent, but they keep up with their agreement to say, you'll have it before this date, and they do. So a lot of people, in my opinion, are in some crazy situations. Now, are there some irresponsible people? Yes, there are, but I don't believe that's the majority of the people that are inside of these Berrada properties. So that's another thing that I wanted to kind of address. Why are people renting there? Because he damn near everywhere you're looking for to try to find an apartment or a rental place, he owns.
Yeah, and
so
you see that rock,
you see them boulders.
You know what's happening.
Yeah, but Dame, I'm gonna let you get in because we do have a couple of more callers, or we can grab these. And Dame, I definitely want to be able to give you time to give your thoughts.
I just was gonna say, echoing what you say, you pretty much said it all, and you said it factually that there isn't much that the renter can do at this point. You know what I'm saying? You rent from Berrada, or you rent from a private entity or some out of town entity, or whatever the case may be, and it's like you stuck between a rock and a hard place. You determine you're not going to rent from Berrada because of the way that he treats you, and you're a tenant and you're a renter. What does that leave you? You know what I'm saying? It doesn't leave you much of an option. You're going to get hit with,
absolutely
extraordinary high.
Yeah,
Or you can rent from Berrada, where it's a little bit more cheaper, but when you're getting that cheaper rent, it's what you're getting.
Yep, absolutely. So we're going to go to Anonymous. Got a comment on the Berrada property situation. Great morning, Anonymous. Love you, appreciate you. What's your truth?
I rent from him right now.
Okay.
And I can tell you one thing. What needs to happen, he needs to be broken up. He's got too much of a monopoly.
Right.
He can't handle it. His properties are in dire need of repair. It's a joke. It's a joke. He's too big, and he came and they allowed him to do it. He grew up. He expanded too quick. He can't handle all of these properties, and he can't do it. It's simple, and no one's talking about that part. How did he get this big without any regulation? All of his properties are toast, except the ones that his workers live in. See, people don't know this. The people that work with him, they living good. All of their stuff is up to date. It works.
Wow.
Nice. Everything is nice.
Wow.
But the regular people that don't work for him, nah, bruh. You can lucky if I shovel the snow on my property. Because by the time they get there, it'll be all walked down. So I shovel the front and back just so I could get out. Because one winter, I missed a day at work because I couldn't even get out of the alley. They never even came and plowed. I couldn't even get out to work. So I said, I'll just shovel it myself now. And that's what I've been doing the last few snowfalls we had. I got out there and shoveled.
And I'm sure he's not taking it off your rent. I'm sure he's not knocking it off your rent.
They don't even know I'm doing it. They don't know I'm doing it. I got to do it. I can't sit and wait.
I got you.
You know what I mean? I'm not going to sit sitting where I got to do what I got to do to get to the job. But, yeah, he need to be split up. Somebody need to take over a portion of it or something. It's obvious he can't handle it. And for the lady that said don't rent, this dude own everything, man.
Right,
come on now.
Right,
anywhere you go, and the other guys, they don't want Berrada tenants. A lot of people ain't even speaking on that. They don't even want to rent to you if you done rented from Berrada.
Oh, wow. Thank you for your call. Blake, we got to get ready to take care of some bills, and we'll please hold on and when we come back from taking care of these bills. But that was an interesting thing to learn, Dane, because I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either.
That other people you were in Berrada? Oh, hell
I ain't
no.
messing with you.
Hell no. Because I think that and I think the reason that might be is because a lot of the things that are in Berrada properties, they may be blaming on these former tenants. And be like, oh, no, you brought bed bugs, you brought roaches, you ran the water and let the ceiling fall, and all. I think they're being blamed for like the things that they're hearing about a lot of these different Berrada properties. Right. You're listening to Truth in the Morning on the award-winning 101.7 FM, The Truth. We are taking your calls at 833-212-1017. We're talking about these Berrada properties and the fact that he has not yet come to the front of the congregation to talk about it, because it should be a press conference. It really should. We'll be black.
This is 101.7 The Truth's Kyle Wallace, and I am Milwaukee. I take great pride in being a 414 boy and representing the city that I love. The great memories I have of going to Northtown Cinema to see movies with family and friends, to going to Capitol Court to see the Black Santa Claus, this city has helped shape me into the man that I am today, and I pledge to utilize my voice as a way to advocate for you in our community. Join the home of Milwaukee's realest conversations where you can speak your truth. We are the award-winning 101.7 The Truth. Milwaukee Black Talk.
It starts with a spark. At Milwaukee College Prep, they nurture that spark from age 3 through 8th grade, building scholars with knowledge, character, and confidence. 88% of their students face economic hardship, but that does not define them. At MCP, they see students' potential, and they help them live up to that potential. 4 campuses, 1 mission. College and beyond, MCP is free, high-performing, and open to all Milwaukee families. Visit MilwaukeeCollegePrep.com to enroll or get involved. That's MilwaukeeCollegePrep.com.
Natural gas is a clean, reliable, and convenient source of energy delivered directly to you through underground pipelines. The pipeline system has an excellent safety record, but there are clues that can help you identify a potential hazard. If you smell the strong odor of rotten eggs, hear an unusual hissing sound, or see blowing dirt or debris, it could be a natural gas leak. Leave the area immediately and call We Energies at 800-261-5325.
We Energies. People you can trust. Energy you can depend on.
Life's better with Drive My Way from American Family Insurance, because we know it's more than just a car. It's your escape pod, your adventure mobile, your memory maker. And we help protect the dreams that drive you. Personalize what you pay for auto insurance and you can save between 10 and 35%. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on the way you purchase insurance and by state. Unsafe driving behaviors may increase your rate. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Day 1, diagnosis day. The hardest day. The day you hear,
I'm sorry, this is a type of blood cancer.
But day 1 is just one day. At the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society, we are here to help you move past day 1.
On day 45, I discovered an online community who shared great tips for in-treatment care.
I missed a lot of school during treatment, and LLS helped me keep up.
We are here for you. We exist for everyone fighting leukemia, lymphoma, myeloma, and other types of blood cancer.
On day 185, LLS helped me file my insurance claims properly.
Day 5,840 and counting, and I'm still in remission.
To learn more and get help on day 1, day 2, day 983, or any day, please visit LLS.org or call 1-800-955-4572. That's LLS.org, 1-800-955-4572.
More of Truth in the Morning is next on 101.7 The Truth, The Truth app, and streaming live on 101.7 The Truth on YouTube.
Welcome, Black Truth Nation. I am the legendary Home of Blow, along with my brother,
MC Dame Ellzey in the building.
And we're talking about Berrada properties. And, of course, as of late, he just hasn't come forward to even respond to all of the criticism and the fact of no heat and no running water and all these different things that are going on inside of his properties. And he hasn't even been dignified enough to just come forward and address not only the tenants, but we as the public and the community and potential renters. But we got Blake. Thank you for holding on our True Talk text lines, 833-212-1017. Great morning, Blake. Love you, appreciate you. What's your truth?
What's the word, family? How y'all doing?
Bless.
Okay, so here we go with this. When Muhammad stopped selling bootlegs, MCM and Louis Vuitton and all that, and he bought all the properties, it was cool. Wasn't nobody complaining. But then when you get the millionaire status, it's like you said, dignity. Damien is in the best position to know what can be done or what hand can be forced. But like with the school board and with Donald Trump and with anybody with power, once you're in a different tax bracket, they don't look at you the same. And then he has what he needs to fix those properties. That's why he has the jet or the airplane that he got. If he got that airplane, he got the money to fix everything. He got the contract with the people who get the wood and the same paint and the same rocks from. So I know it's hard out here. If you independently, like buying a car, you got $1 million, they still won't. It's up to them. They don't have to. But these people going to him, they dealing with it because they allow themselves to. I'm not talking to nobody. I'm talking about nobody. But when people get money, you can't make them unless there's a law to make them. And then when there becomes a law, it's called hustling, but it's legal. That's why you're an owner. You can do what you want in the means of the law. That as long as he ain't going to jail and y'all not putting in that boy's pocket, he don't care. But do some $5 million fines. Do something that's gonna hurt his pocket. That's what anybody, because that's what makes the world go. Gangsters don't make the world go round. Money don't make the world go round. Gravity and whatever is out here does. Y'all better get smart. That man is monopolized because it's just the game. He can buy what he wants to. So it's up to him to allow y'all in his properties. Once you're in there, if you stay, that's on you.
All right. Thank you very much for that. And thank you for those who were able to go. Vince and Nick Jur on our talk text line. Love y'all. Appreciate y'all. Ended up saying out of the 143,000 rental properties in MKE, Berrada owns 9,000, which is 6%, not 80%, but in our black community, which is where we're talking about, is where I was coming with the 80% of the rental properties inside of our community that when you drive by, you're going to see boulders. So I was talking more of in our community. That's why you're hearing so many of these community apartment buildings. So over the overall city of Milwaukee and the county of Milwaukee, yes, there are 143,000 units, but 9,000 units, I guarantee you, when you look at those 9,000 units, they are in our communities.
9,000 units is a hell of a lot.
That's what I'm talking about, and they're in our community.
That's a lot
that's
money.
That's why I said like 80%. I'm speaking of in our community, so not as a whole, the city of Milwaukee, and 9,000, bruh, 9,000,
and each one of them is at least $1,000 you paying in rent.
Absolutely. But yeah, y'all correct on y'all statistic facts on that.
Yeah.
But in the concentrated area in which we are talking about, it does equate to. Man. So the 6% out of the 143,000 is absolute for a city of Milwaukee, Milwaukee County. But in 9,000. Where you think those 9,000 are at?
Right. And so if you do, let's just do the math real quick.
I appreciate that accurate correction on that.
Real quick.
9,000 units.
9,000 units at, and let's say it's at $500. This is old school pricing. You know what I'm saying? Because you got to account for vacancies and stuff like that. So let's say the median rent is $500, which is old school. That's decades ago, right? Just at that pricing, right? It'll be okay. That's $4.5 million a month. $4.5 million a month. just on $500 a unit. Now, it's probably more like 1,000 because you're going to get some that's 1,200. You're going to get some that's, so let's say it's more like 1,000. That's $9 million a month this man is conceivably making off of that. And that's $108 million a year that he's making off of properties. And you mean to tell me you got to wait for a park?
Right.
That's what you telling me? That's what you want to tell me? Now, I'm not going to be in nobody's pockets, but you making over $100 million a year off of renters in our community. But you don't have the empathy enough to send somebody to wherever this part is,
right,
to go get it. You got $100 million a year.
Take your plane.
And I understand you got overhead. You got to pay for this. We already know you ain't fixing up too much stuff. You ain't, so I don't know what your maintenance crew may be. It may be a north side maintenance crew or this side. I don't know how they inner workings of their business works. But I know for damn sure you ain't spending $108 million on keeping these properties up. Yeah. So let's just say you're spending 25%, 30% of your income on mortgages, and you probably don't even have mortgages on these properties because you're making $108 million. You buying these properties straight out, right? So let's just say your overhead is 30% of what you make. That still leaves at $100 million. That still leaves $70 million that you're bringing home a year. And I don't know where he's putting this $30 million. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I've never owned that much property.
Right.
So I don't know. It could be a lot of different stuff. You got to pay people. You got to do this. But if you spending $30 million, that makes you one of the biggest companies in the state, right?
Yeah.
That's $70 million, fam, that you putting in your pocket. But you telling me these people on Wisconsin that have the least amount of funds, the least amount of excess money to just go about and move around, that you just can't go get this part?
Right.
Wherever it is on the planet.
That's it, man.
Unless this part is on Jupiter or on the rings of Venus.
That's right. That's right.
You can go get this part, fam, for these people.
Yep. So again, like I say, when you think about 9,000 units that he owns, in what we know is central Milwaukee. So y'all need to
start doing the math on this stuff, because that's how much $100 million a year, conceivably,
right,
is what he's bringing home off of y'all, of us.
Yeah.
But you can't fix this?
Yeah, and like I say, so that 6% put into 9,000 units, which we don't see those units in certain areas. I'll just say that. He doesn't own properties in a lot of certain areas.
And as somebody on here said, are you two landlords? If not, you should buy some. I am a landlord.
There you go.
And I wouldn't do my tenants like that.
Yeah. We're going to get ready. We got a call on the True Talk text lines. But Rhea, what is the poll looking like? Should Berrada have to give updates on their broken down property? Yes or no?
Right now we have 85% for yes, and then 15% for no.
All right. We're going to go to Pat. Pat, great morning. Love you. Appreciate you. Welcome to Truth in the Morning. You hear us talking about Berrada. What's your truth?
Hi, good morning, gentlemen. I just want to say, well, everybody don't have the ability to just move from a place. What's the alternative? Living outside, so I wouldn't tell people to just get up and move, because some people don't have it like that. But also, when you think about the money, y'all just did the calculations, and I was sitting in the car like, there's $100 million in our community a month.
A year.
A year.
A year. We still need an economic plan, because the hood ain't broke. That's obvious. We not broke. We not broke. We just don't have a plan. We just don't have no leader. We not broke. We could do it, and just hearing that amount of money just did something to me. I'm like, wow, So I hope that we get some people together that are economically sound. They know how to put a plan together. I don't think one brother is responsible to do it by himself, or one sister is responsible to do it by herself, or one landlord is responsible to do it by herself. Because I know Dame is probably a great landlord, but we need a economic plan to give back to you, because we got it, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
We got it.
Mm-hmm.
So I just wanted to say that. Love y'all. Have a great day.
Love you more, Pat. Thank you for the call. Again, on our YouTube page, R.N. Kawanda said, Muhammad was my first landlord at the age of 18, and he was definitely a learning lesson of a slumlord. 2 years I stayed because I was a new tenant and needed rental history for my next place. She said her next place she stayed for 4 years.
Yeah, and Muhammad, this is not the same guy that's running the Berrada property.
Yeah, but
he was the OG of landlords doing, setting and a lot of the stuff that the city was doing, they were doing to him, and then the state was like, "Nah, you can't do that no more."
Mm-hmm.
And so he was the reason why Berrada was able to come about, because he was the one that they were going at.
Yep.
And a lot of the stuff like they were doing that was positive from the city, because Muhammad cleaned up a bunch of his properties. You know what I'm saying? Even because the city was going after him, they took some of them properties from him, and so he had to clean up his act. But a lot of the stuff that they did towards him, the state was like, "No, you can't do that no more." The landlord association's like, "No, because if you next, you're gonna come after us with us," and so they changed all that. And here comes Berrada, and he's benefiting from, Muhammad having to fall on his sword a lot. So
Nick Jer on the Truth Talk text line before we take care of these bills. Again, great morning to you again. Love you, appreciate you. Said paying staff, snow removal, landscaping, paying property taxes, unit repairs, tenants destroy units. He said all the rent paid isn't profit.
And I said that.
Yep.
But if you do the math, if he's making $100 million in a year, and let's say he has to redo properties and do all of this, he's not making I guarantee you he's not giving up $100 million. He's not spending $80 million. He's not only, you know what I'm saying? It's not taking that much to, and I put that into play. But let's
we got to get ready to take care of some bills.
Berrada is a big, huge landlord, but there are other big, huge landlords that don't have these issues.
Right.
Let's just be 100. So we're not going to let him skip. There's other large landlords that don't have these issues.
Especially out of 143,000. So we got to get ready to take care of some bills. You're listening to Truth in the Morning on the award-winning 101.7 FM The Truth. We want to hear from you, Truth Nation, 833-212-1017. We're talking about the Berrada properties and the lack of accountability and responsibility being taken by the owner.
Life isn't a single moment. It's a shared ribbon that bends through the years. It binds us to the things and people we love most. One insurance company knows this because they live it. For 100 years, we've been with your family for the moments that matter most. Erie Insurance.
Find a local agent at erieinsurance.com.
Hi, I'm Priscilla Presley. My love for animals began when I was 5 years old. That sparked a lifelong commitment to speak up for animals who can't speak for themselves. Elvis and I supported American Humane Society because your compassion can change a life. American Humane Society strengthens the bond between humans and animals. Please visit AmericanHumane.org to learn more. Thank you.
Truth Nation, it's time once again to celebrate excellence, passion, and the power of community at the 2nd Annual Truth Community Awards, happening Friday, February 20th at Venue 3 inside the 3rd Street Market Hall in downtown Milwaukee. This award show will honor the unsung heroes who show up, give back, and make a positive impact in our community every single day. We're rolling out the red carpet and showing love to those who truly deserve it. Buy your tickets now by visiting 1017thetruthAwards.com. Tickets are just $20, which includes free food and exclusive Truth giveaways. Join the 1017 The Truth team for an unforgettable night of entertainment, inspiration, and community pride at the 2nd Annual Truth Community Awards on Friday, February 20th at Venue 3 in Milwaukee. The Truth Community Awards are sponsored by Gruber Law Offices, Steinhoffels, Milwaukee College Prep, Cousin Subs, Venue 3 at the 3rd Street Market Hall, and the Milwaukee Bucks Foundation.
Metastatic breast cancer, or stage 4 breast cancer, happens when cancer spreads beyond the breast to other parts of the body. About 168,000 women are living with it today, with Black women at a higher risk due to various factors. Research has led to treatments that help manage the disease and improve quality of life. The Everyday Counts study explores how nutrition and exercise coaching can support women with metastatic breast cancer. To learn more about the Everyday Counts study in Milwaukee, call 414-955-8819 or email edc@mcw.edu. If you or someone you know has stage 4 breast cancer, please encourage them to call and enroll in this valuable study. Again, call 414-955-8819 or email edc@mcw.edu.
An accident in the stadium interchange on 94 eastbound's blocking the 2 right lanes. It's going to be there for a little while they get the tow trucks out there to get it out of there. But keep that in mind. You got some backups there all the way stretching back to 92nd Street. In Waukesha County, we also have delays from Highway F all the way to Calhoun. Westbound 94 backing up from 27th Street past Mitchell Boulevard, and southbound 43 heavy from just south of Silver Spring all the way down to Locust. And checking the TMJ4 Storm Team forecast today. Mostly sunny, a high of 13. Tonight, partly cloudy, a low of 1 below. From the WTMJ Traffic Center, I'm Debbie Lazaga on 1017 The Truth.
You are listening to Truth in the Morning on 1017 The Truth app, and streaming live on 1017 The Truth on YouTube.
Truth Nation, welcome Black. We're inside the American Family Insurance Studio in the heart of downtown at the Avenue. This is Truth in the Morning. I am the legendary Home of Blow, along with my brother,
MC Dame Ellzey, in the building.
And our producer, Rhea Riley. Rhea, how you doing this morning? You good?
I'm okay.
All right. You got any comments on Berrada?
It just sounds like a mess. I thought Cats is pretty bad when I lived there, but this sounds just as bad.
Yeah.
And Cats is pretty big, but they don't have nearly the issues as Berrada, though, right? You know,
I don't know. My experience with Cats was god awful. We had a hole in the wall. Like they came to fix some things, never fixed it.
As a building inspector, Cats can be bad, but it ain't as bad as Berrada. It can be bad. I'm not gonna. You're right. But
it's like, which one's worse?
You're right. How many units does Cats have?
They own a lot on the east side and stuff like that.
It's about 9,000.
It ain't. I don't think it's 9,000.
I think that's the part that just kind of like puts it out there. 9,000.
Yeah,
that's a lot.
That's a lot. That is a lot. And when you look at it, and like I was saying, there's so many. You got Cats. You got so many different landlord conglomerates, right? Mm-hmm. Like all of up and down Wisconsin used to be landlord conglomerates. I used to stay in one, the Regan properties, and he was accessible. The people were there. If I needed something fixed, it was fixed. You don't have to be that dude.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You don't have to be the slumlord. I know a lot of people that own a lot of properties, and they're not that way. You know what I'm saying?
And that's where I think we're talking about
a couple of units.
You know what I mean?
But it's nothing to the effect of these other people. But you don't have to be the slum landlord. You know what I'm saying? But like E. Gibson was saying, the biggest landlord in the city of Milwaukee is the city of Milwaukee, and they got these same issues. So if I'm Berrada, I'm like, look, you can't come tell me to fix up my properties when the housing authority got stuff that's much worse. The city is controlling stuff that's much worse. So I feel that, it's like, how you gonna come tell me to fix up my stuff when your stuff is messed up itself? And I kind of feel that a little bit. That doesn't give him the right to do. I still stand on the things that I said earlier. But E. Gibson put us up on game real quick, and he's absolutely right. You know, we've heard about all of the issues with the housing authority and all of the stuff that goes wrong with the housing authority. As a building inspector, we used to didn't even inspect the housing authority. We just started inspecting them towards the end of my tenure there, right? So I feel that and I understand that. But still, that doesn't give you the right to treat the people like that when you making this much money off of it. It's the same way with corner stores. It's the same way with anybody that comes in our neighborhood and makes a bunch. You know how much a corner store make? Corner stores make millions of dollars. Did you know that?
No.
They not making a little. You think they making a little bit of change, but if you do the math, and I'm telling everybody, do the math. I'm a math person. I do the math on stuff. You do the math on these corner stores. They just off the cigarettes, they making a couple $100,000 just off of the chips and this, that, and other. Then you add in the EBT and all this other stuff. And I say all of this to say, as a community, we have to stop accepting the least of what someone can give us. Because understand, they wouldn't be doing that in other places. Well, they probably would. But still, we still cannot accept the least of what people can give us. And in this case, for a long time, whoever was in that building accepted the least from Berrada. And it got to the point where this happens. And now Berrada is operating under old terms. But now it's all over the news and everybody is aware of it. Before, when it's under the cover of darkness and nobody knows about it, you can do these things. But now that everybody's aware and it's become an issue, now they start looking at other stuff and they're like, hold up, man. You're making this much money and you're not funneling it back to the buildings in the minimum. You're not keeping it up. Because for a pipe to bust like that, it just doesn't happen. There's signs, right? And when you saw the pictures with the car covered in ice, it just doesn't happen overnight. There's signs. Building deterioration occurs.
Correct.
Somebody along the way didn't keep up the maintenance. Somebody didn't do something on this property and didn't listen to complaints from people. Didn't adhere to what other people were saying. And now, boom. Now you got to get a part from someplace else.
That's crazy. It is definitely crazy. Again, Truth Nation, we want to hear from you. What's your thoughts and opinions on this? 833-212-1017, 833-212-1017. Go ahead.
And real quick, Alfonso Dupree, you absolutely right. He does have properties in other parts of the state and in other states. So we just talking about if he got 9,000 properties here.
Right.
We just talking about the money he's making here. Y'all, we shouldn't be dealing with what we dealing with. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Blake on the Truth Talk text line says, stop giving him excuses and go get his ass. Earlier, Stacey Evans, great morning, love you, appreciate you, said, morning, gents. This guy, Berrada, is a scumbag. He's like Charlie from Charlie's Angels, but no voice to address the rent payers. Can you imagine as a grown-up being cold, but your kids, no, I'm simmering to a boil. I see why people get their heads cracked. Everyone's not going to court type of person, and I'm not promoting violence.
Yeah, see, I don't know the brother personally. I'm not gonna say he's a scumbag. I don't know him. I just know of his business practices, and in this situation, they could. And I know some of the people that work for him. In this situation, the business practices could have been better. That's all I'm saying. You're making enough money, and as a PR, even if it's just PR. You just say, we're going to go get this part. This will be fixed by such and such. Because the whole city's watching. Everyone's watching. So just as a PR, and then people, because this is all the people, this is the only information people are going to have about Berrada properties unless they know somebody that's in there, right? So just, you're big enough that PR matters. Just in PR, let me get this taken care of real quick, and let me get these cameras back out here so they can see this car is thawed out, so they can see these people are back in their homes. That's right. And they're happy the heat is working, and so then they can understand that that's not my business practice to what's the word I'm looking for, to feed off the least of us. That's not my business practice. My business practice is I take care of my properties. I do things that need to be done before I'm even asked to do it. You start setting that tone. But once you're making this much money, why do you care? I feel that too.
Yeah, and you know, I want to say this, and of course, the language that Stacey said as a scumbag, I get that but I would say he absolutely can be called a slumlord because, again, other people, black people and other people that own properties, we quick to say, that's a slumlord. And with the way that you have a lot of your tenants living in a lot of your properties, is that of the definition of a slumlord. These things that people are talking about and going to Contact 6 and coming and just doing reports of showing news stations and media their properties and how they're living and talking about, here, you can see where I called, here, I filed a complaint, I done it the way that they say we have to do it according to our lease agreements or our rental agreements, and still no resolution. So yeah, definition, don't create the definition of it and not be expected to be called a slumlord in that situation. You're just a wealthy ass slumlord.
Right. And if you're a landlord that owns maybe 20, 25 units or something like that, and you're a small business in that case, right? And so I understand if it takes you a minute to get to, and as a building inspector, I'll be like, okay, I understand it's going to take you a little bit of time to get to this because you have to pay all of your bills and do all of this stuff, and maybe this is something that popped up unexpectedly on you. But if you're somebody with the resources of this person, it shouldn't be that way.
That part, I agree. Also, Ray on the True Talk text line, great morning, Ray, love you, appreciate you, said one of the problems is that the private landlords keep raising the rent because they are broke and can't afford to pay their property taxes.
So they're saying the property taxes is so high that the landlords can't make money off of them anymore, so they got to raise their rent. That happens, and that's just a part of renting, is that you're going to have to absorb, somebody's going to have to absorb the prices that, the landlords are taking in. That's with any other business. You get tariffs that get passed on to the consumer. If my taxes go up, that's going to get passed over to the tenant because I still have the same amount of bills that I had, and so I'm not going to, I'm not going to lose money. You know what I'm saying? But but if I have this many properties, maybe I can spread it out over so many properties. If you're a small business landlord, and like I said, you 3 or 4 properties, 5 or 6 properties or something like that, even if you have 10 or so properties, they're still small as it comes to this, then you have to spread that out over all of your tenants.
Yep. And speaking of properties, when we come back, just got this information that the former SDC properties have been repossessed by the lender at an auction. So that's here in Milwaukee. We got to take care of some bills. You're listening to Truth in the Morning on the award-winning 101.7 FM. The Truth will be black.
On Saturday afternoon, the Milwaukee Panthers continue their road trip as they travel to Ohio to take on the Youngstown State Penguins.
Shows it, drives, drop it off for Big Frank inside, and Aaron scores. 12 points and 10 rebounds for Aaron Franklin. Corner, Aguilar for the tie, book it!
Scott Warris has the coverage Saturday starting at 12:30 p.m. on 101.7 The Truth and the Milwaukee Panthers Sports Network from Learfield. Tip-off happens at 1 o'clock. In a matchup fueled by speed, strength, and school pride. On Wednesday night, get ready for a city conference battle as the Bradley Tech Trojans take on the South Division Cardinals in a matchup fueled by speed, strength, and school pride. Big plays, loud crowds, and city conference bragging rights are on the line. Tip-off is set for 7 o'clock.
Life's better with American Family Insurance because we know you love working weekends. If it means working on your dream home, both inside and out. And we're here to help protect those dreams so you can enjoy peace of mind. Save up to 40% when you bundle home and auto. American Family Insurance. Get a quote and find an agent at amfam.com.
Products, pricing, and availability vary based on the way you purchase insurance and by state. Some exclusions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating companies, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Do you hear that? And that? And that? Those are the sounds of a healthy and vibrant community. And to this United Way volunteer, nothing sounds better. They're the sounds of children being given greater chances to succeed in school. The sounds of neighbors receiving the support needed to overcome challenges, both big and small. They're the sounds of families gaining access to quality health care and nutritious food for their tables. And they're the sounds of members of our community who've benefited from United Way's financial education programs. See, wherever there's a need in our communities, there's a United Way. People working together to respond and growing the good for everyone. United is the way. So join us by getting involved or giving back. Learn more at unitedway.org.
If a tow truck appears on the scene minutes after your auto accident, think twice before handing them your keys. You may be the target of a common towing scam, which results in being billed several $1,000s. Don't allow any unsolicited tow operators to take your car from the scene. Consult with police or your insurance provider to contact a reputable company. Agree on the rate. And know where they are taking your vehicle. If you suspect insurance fraud, call 800-TEL-NICB. A public service message from the National Insurance Crime Bureau.
This is Truth in the Morning on 101.7 The Truth.
Welcome back to Truth in the Morning. I'm the legendary home of Blow, along with my brother,
MC Dame Ellzey in the building.
Bailey, great morning, sis. Love you, appreciate you. We're talking about the Berrada properties and, of course, then this new information that I received about the former SDC properties, which I'll read that article in a moment. But we've got Red on the Truth Talk text lines. Great morning, Red. Love you, appreciate you. You hear us talking about Berrada. What's your truth?
Oh, yeah, man. You know what? Let me tell you something. When you abuse the elderly people, having them sitting in that cold like that, and the disabled people, that goes out of the tenement of landlord-tenant dispute. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. That is a criminal act. You hear me? Mm-hmm. Because you do that stuff to them white people in Sherwood and Brookfield. See where you be at 7 o'clock at night, okay? Right. See, you can come into the black neighborhood and do anything to anybody. And, you know, and the people we elected, they supposed to step forward and demand that this man be arrested for that criminal act. Okay, what if everybody had to die because of that cold and that Arctic air? What would everybody say then? Mm-hmm. That is a criminal, like that brother said, I don't know his name beside you. He said, how can you have all them properties, have all that money, and you can't get no parts there? I was with Berrada Properties just about a month ago before I moved. They sent out a letter that said, if you don't sign this paper, me raising the rent up from $900 to $1,200, you got to move and you will be evicted. That's extortion, brother. You hear me?
They raise your rent $300 in one leasing agreement? Wow.
Brother, listen. They sent it all to the Berrada Properties tenants, right? Mm-hmm. They said, if you don't sign it, you will be evicted. Brother, that's gangstering somebody. Yeah. And I know your signature binds you, right? Mm-hmm. So if you go to court and they say, well, he signed the paper, yeah, the judge gonna say, did you sign this paper?
And you say yes.
That man needs to be arrested because he's gangstering his tenants. God bless you, brother. I love y'all.
Thank you, Red. We appreciate you. You know, and I appreciate such variety, Brother Dame, with the calls. We're having such a variety of calls this morning. And we want to hear from you, Truth Nation. That's why we want to definitely hear from you.
He raised his rent 33% in one calendar year.
Bruh.
I know there's not a limit. I know Wisconsin doesn't have a limit as to how much you can raise rent as long as the lease is up, and if it's month to month or whatever the case may be, you can do that. But from $900 to $1,200?
Man, bruh, I hear so many stories like that, bruh. I hear so many stories.
Like if they paying maybe $1,500 and you raise it to $1,700, because this, that's a different percentage, right? Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. They're only paying $900 and you gonna raise them 33%.
Yep. My D on the YouTube page said he makes big money. His maintenance guys live in his properties, and during all his contractors' work, he doesn't pay taxes on the repairs. He makes the contractor pay. Let's see. And then Kiana S. Williams, great morning, love you, appreciate you. Christina Candy, classy girl, great morning, love you, appreciate you. Kiana asked, and I'm going to read it in just a moment. She said, I wonder if they bought all 3 SDC locations. It doesn't sound like it, but I'll read that article in just a moment. Christina Candy, Classy Girl, said, and another question is why the alderperson is not having conversations with Berrada. Is there a building inspector that has to come out and inspect every so often throughout the year? And
it's once a year.
Okay. And James Jones, great morning, love you, appreciate you. He said they keep buying new properties so they have the money, shouldn't be able to buy any more properties until they get their properties up to code.
Yeah, it's once a year unless there's a complaint on the property.
Yeah.
They go out there more. And then from what I it sounds like Alderperson Moore was very heated about it, and I know the Common Council was having conversations about,
Yeah, and Milwaukee County and the audit people came together just recently and had a open forum meeting talking about that. And Alderman Bob Bauman is talking about raising the fines because he noted these minuscule $100 type fines. So he's talking about we need to raise it to where it's like 10,000, 20. You know what I'm saying? To where it's at least they might feel it.
Right.
But going into the SDC to respond to Kiana S. Williams' question, the latest article that came out in the Milwaukee Neighborhood News Service says former SDC properties repossessed by lender at auction. The Social Development Commission's main office, parking lots, and warehouse on North Avenue were sold at a sheriff's auction to the property's mortgage lender, Forward Community Investments, on Monday, January 26. Forward Community Investments, the only party to bid at the auction, will take ownership of the properties as collateral for defaulted loans after a judge confirms the sale. According to Ryan Zerwer, president and CEO of Forward Community Investments, the auction is the culmination of the foreclosure process whereby a lender takes possession of a property in lieu of repayment on the debt, Zerwer said in an email. The sale is the latest update in a series of financial and legal challenges for SDC, which has been trying to regain funding and restart its social services since it stopped operating in 2024. Forward Community Investments, a community developmental financial institution with Madison and Milwaukee offices, filed a lawsuit last year against SD Properties, Inc., SDC's tax-exempt property corporation that owned the properties, and SDC for defaulting on mortgage payments. In October, Milwaukee County Circuit Court Judge J.D. Watts ordered a judgment of foreclosure against the properties and ruled that Forward Community Investment was entitled to a money judgment of approximately $3.1 million. SD Properties had an opportunity to sell the buildings or pay off the debt during a redemption period, which was for 3 months in this case. SD Properties did not redeem the properties, and they were sold at an auction on Monday at the Milwaukee County Safety Building, 821 West State Street. Forward Community Investments bid $3,107,646,000.36 for the properties, which is the total amount that SD Properties owed in the money judgment. Judge Watts must still confirm the sale before it becomes final, though a hearing on that matter has not been scheduled yet. SD Properties could still attempt to redeem the properties before then. SD Properties owns a property on Teutonia Avenue that is not included in the foreclosure proceedings. The 5 parcels of properties that were auctioned include the Commission's main office at 1730 North Avenue, a warehouse spanning 2 parcels on the 1800 block of West North Avenue, and parking lots located at 1701 West North Avenue and 1729 to 1735 West North Avenue, according to the court documents. So, SDC has already vacated the buildings and removed personal property. So the article goes on, but you got the gist of it.
Yeah.
You got the gist of it. So that's crazy. Rhea,
end
what
of
was
the era, for real. Once the building's sold, what are they going to do now?
That part. Rhea, what was the final toll on the poll that we put up?
All right, so we asked, should Berrada have to give updates on their broken down property? We had 88% for yes, and then 12% for no.
Okay. Yeah, so it sounds like people agree with us, Dave.
They should.
You know?
They should have to give an update, especially when it's like you made the most accurate point when you stated that. And shout out to Mario and shout out to Steve over there at CDBG and the Department of Administration, who probably organized to get the tenants out and get them to hotels and motels. The city's paying for that.
That's right.
So because we got to pay for your mistake, we deserve that. And as a PR, it just seems like that's something you want to do.
Absolutely.
You don't want to be seen as the person I'm describing. Why would you want to be seen like that? And all you have to do is be forthcoming and be out front with it, and you wouldn't be seen like that.
That part. Well, clock on the wall says it's just about checkout time, Dame.
Checkout time.
What you got, bro?
Again, is the whole conversation for today was those that have versus those that have not. And the way that the haves treat the have-nots is becoming an epidemic of despair upon us.
Yeah. Well, I just want to take my last moment one to just let you know that coming up at 9 a.m., it's the award-winning Sherwin Hughes, Truth with Sherwin Hughes on the award-winning 101.7 FM. And I just want to give my last moments to say again, condolences to the Luckett family, the Pitts family. Michelle Pitts Luckett lost her husband. He passed away on January 26th in the evening. And so prayers and condolences goes out. And for those who are wondering, yes, they own the new Pitts Mortuary here in Milwaukee. So prayers, love, and I'll be there to see you again soon, Michelle and family. Love you, babes. Talk to my agent. We are up out of here for now. Peace.